Hello everyone, here I am with another recipe which I'm going to try out for the first time. It looks really good. It's called Mexical hash brown taco casserole. It looks really good and it doesn't look very hard. Tell you what the ingredients are and the quantity that the recipe calls for. Okay, the first thing you're gonna need a large frying pan, not too large, about that size I would say, and you need to preheat your oven before anything to 350. So preheat the oven at 350. You're gonna need 1 pound of ground beef, lean ground beef. Also gonna need diced green peppers, which right here, these are my frozen green peppers. I cut them up like I told you before in my other videos. I buy them when they're on sale. I chop them up or just in strips, julienne style, and I freeze them. The recipe calls for half a cup of diced green pepper. That is about a cup that I have here. Also red ones, the same thing. The recipe calls for half a cup and I have 1 cup here. Onions, 1 medium onion. I have like about a cup as well, and this is a yellow onion. Also gonna need half a cup. The recipe also calls for half a cup of corn, which I put it in this cup, but I have some more here because I might later on I might add some at the end. As I go, I'll see if I want to put some more corn. So we got the corn. The recipe calls for half a cup of corn and 1 package of taco seasoning. I have like half of the package here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add some other ingredients on my own. I'm gonna put a little bit of chili powder and Cajun pepper, just a little bit of Cajun pepper, and cumin. What I might also add is some complete seasoning. The recipe doesn't call for this for these 3 ingredients, but I'm gonna add them. I'm also gonna add some complete seasoning. Okay, so after that, what we need is the Mexican style cheese. We got here Mexican style cheese, 1 teaspoon of salt, half a teaspoon of pepper, and half a bag of hash brown potatoes. This is what I got. This is a 30-ounce bag of hash brown potatoes, and you're only gonna need half of the bag. This I'm just gonna go by the recipe. I'm gonna only use half of this bag. And you're gonna need a dish, 2-quart or 2.5-quart dish, oven proof, and spray it with butter. I sprayed it with butter, or if you don't have spray butter, just you can go ahead and butter the whole pan. And for now, we're just gonna put them to the side, out of the way. Make sure that you defrost the potato, the hash brown. Make sure it's thawed out. Oh, okay, wait a minute, I forgot something. Okay, another thing you're gonna need, I don't think I mentioned this, is cream cheese. The low-fat cream cheese, and the recipe calls for 1 package of 3 ounces. This is 8 ounces, so I'm just gonna use part of it. And 1 can of tomato soup. And now I think I have everything. Okay, so we're gonna get the ground beef, turn on the stove, and we're gonna get the ground beef We're not gonna put any oil or anything in here. The recipe doesn't call for any oil, so we're gonna do it just like that. Okay, we're gonna put the entire meat in here. Also gonna add some of the red bell peppers. These are red bell peppers. I'm gonna add about half of the cup, half a cup approximately. Let's put a little bit more. Okay, and half a cup of the green peppers. I don't think I have an entire cup of green. And the onions. Half of the onion that we have in here. And this is about a cup. There we go. Stir it up. Okay, we're gonna put the complete seasoning. I would say that's about a half a teaspoon, more or less. The chili powder, not too much chili powder. Cajun pepper, not too much of that either. And this is the ground cumin. That's the one I'm going to use. I have the other one, which is the one with a little grain, which is the whole cumin. This I'm going to put more. I mean, more than I put of the rest. I would say that's about a teaspoon. You don't need to cover it or anything like that. Spread it out as much as possible. And let's just let it cook here for a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna lower it to medium high. I don't want it too high, medium high heat. And let it cook there for a few minutes more. Okay, it's been cooking for about 3 minutes or 4 minutes. 3 to 4 minutes it's been cooking. So it's pretty dry already, which is great. I don't have to drain any excess oil or water from it. If you have too much water or liquid left over, you would need to drain it at this point. Okay, so now we're gonna go ahead, add the tomato sauce. The entire can of the tomato soup. I'm sorry, not tomato sauce, tomato soup. Okay. Let's lower to medium. The corn, I'm gonna put the corn in here. I'm gonna put a little bit more corn. Okay, that should be sufficient. Stir it up some more. Oh, one more thing we need to add now, and that is the cream cheese. Like I said, this is an 8-ounce cream cheese bar. I only need 3 ounces. That's how much I'm going to use. And now we're going to melt it in here. The cream cheese wasn't refrigerated. It was cold, room temperature. Now what we need to do is make sure all the cream cheese dilutes or melts or just falls apart. Whatever it needs to do. And the heat, I put the heat in medium. So the cream cheese seems to be well combined in here. I'm gonna go ahead and lower this even more for now. I'm gonna put it in low or medium low. Okay, so I'm gonna put this to the side right now.
In a separate bowl, combine the defrosted hash brown, remaining red peppers, salt, pepper, the peppers in general.
Okay, and no onion?
No.
No.
No onions.
Okay, so like I said, half of this bag, the bag comes up to about like that. That's exactly how it comes. So it's not that when you buy this 30-ounce bag, it's not going to be filled to the top. So we're going to add half of this bag. There's only half a bag. So half a bag, which is a little bit more. A little bit more.
So 15 ounces.
Okay. I mean, I put it outside, but it's still not completely thawed out. But it's pretty much. So now to these potato, hash brown potato, we're gonna add the remaining of the peppers, the red peppers, the green peppers. We're gonna add them on here too. And the recipe doesn't call for the onions in here, but I'm gonna add them because I had some left over and we might as well, and we'll see how it comes out. I'm sure it comes out great. There we go.
Salt, pepper.
Salt, pepper. Let me get that. Pepper. Not too much pepper because it's pretty. It's a little bit spicy. A little bit of pepper. Salt. Not too much salt.
And 1 cup of shredded cheese.
And recipe calls for 1 cup of shredded cheese in here with this mixture. And I would say that's about a cup. Okay, so let's just combine this a little bit. So not completely thawed out. Oops. How long do you put it in the oven for?
350 degrees or 30 to 35 minutes.
Okay, so. Alright, now I'm gonna do something. We're gonna okay, so now we mix this together. The hash brown isn't completely thawed out. So
It doesn't matter, it's going back in the oven.
I know, but I'm just to mix it here. So it would look nicer. Okay, now we're gonna just spread this over without spilling. Okay.
Flatten it down.
Let me get rid of this. Alright, so now what we do is we spread it out here. Spread it out.
It's here. Flatten it down.
Yeah.
Pressing it down slightly.
Okay, yeah, we're gonna do that, but I wanna make sure that it's pretty leveled off. Okay, and you just press it down a little bit so the hash brown sticks together. Not too much, just a little bit. Okay, what I'm gonna do, the recipe doesn't call for this, but I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna spread some cheese over it, a little bit more cheese.
More cheese.
More cheese. More cheese. You never have too much cheese. Just a little bit, huh? Yeah, there's not a lot here. So, you know what? Okay, I'm gonna use this whole thing. Not that much. There. Now, we're gonna put in the oven for, Ivan?
35 minutes.
30 to 35 minutes on 350 degrees. Remember, the oven was already preheated, so we should be good to go. Okay, so that is what it looks like. Supposedly, I left it for 35 minutes, which is the maximum that the recipe calls for. And it was supposed to brown, the top was supposed to brown, and it did not, as you can see there. It may be slightly, but not enough. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it in broil, and I'm going to broil it for about, let me see, maybe broil 500. When I broil it, broil in 500. I'm gonna broil it for timer maybe 2 minutes and see what happens. Okay, put it for, I said 2 minutes. I had to add 4 more minutes, so it was a total of 6 minutes broiling, and it got this really beautiful color, as you can see. Beautiful color. Okay, so now let's do the honor and cut it.
Got the angle on the camera.
Okay, so I'm cutting it now. Oh, great. We lost some right there. Okay, you might want to wait a few minutes till it cools off. Yeah, it tastes delicious. It honestly does. It's worth it. This recipe is worth it. Okay, so this is mine. This is mine. Let's leave this here because I'm sure we're going to come back for more.
So let's do the test.
Okay, so Ivan,
taste test.
Ivan is my tester. He's gonna go ahead and taste this creation. It's great, right? It's really good.
10 out of 10.
Yes, it really is. It's worth
Really
it.
good.
It's worth it.
Not too spicy.
Yeah, it's not too spicy. I thought it was gonna be a little bit more spicy.
I would actually add hot sauce to it.
Yeah, you can add whatever you want. Like you can make it really, really spicy if you like.
And it's a good idea for Cinco de Mayo.
Yes.
It's coming up.
If you have people coming
For a
over,
party.
right, or whatever, or
For
just
the
for you,
fiesta.
or just for the family at home, you can make that, and it doesn't really take that long. But remember, you do have to put the broiler so it like browns on the top. If not, it will not. I put it for 35 minutes in the oven at 350, and then I put it for the broiler for 4 minutes at 500.
Don't forget the tortilla chips.
Oh yeah, I mean, we always buy them. These things are addictive. It's like with a hint of lime, and we eat it with everything. So thank you so much for watching, and thank you for subscribing to my channel. Thanks everybody. I really appreciate it. Come back and tune into our other videos.
Come back and become a master in the kitchen.
Okay, right. Thank you, Bobby. Yeah, that's my son. He has to say that. Okay, everybody. May God bless you and stay safe, please. Bye-bye. Say bye, Ram. Hasta la vista.